Caleb, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah,
How you doing?
yeah. I'm good, man. Where do we find you?
I'm in Toronto right now.
So you're already in Canada.
hmm
Enjoying the weather?
You know, as much as I can.
Well, you're here on the weekend in Montreal, and it's getting the temperatures are dropping. So I hope you have a good coat with you.
You know, yeah, we'll make it through. We'll be all right.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll make it through. So when's the last time you were in Montreal? I'm trying to think.
2020,
Okay.
maybe. I think we played there on our co-headliner with Motionless in White.
Ah,
Um,
yeah.
Possibly.
Okay.
Uh, Maybe. I don't even know if we did, honestly. It too long is the
Too
answer.
long. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
But you're back this weekend with a stellar lineup, and you're playing at MTelus, which is kind of everybody's favorite venue in Montreal. That kind of
Mhm.
size, kind of legendary. How have the dates been going? How's your beginning of 2024 been?
It's been great. It's been good to kind of start the year with something to do. A lot of times in the music world, this is our time off, but we kind of shifted things around. So we'd have kind of the end of the year off and we'd get to work right in the new year, which has been very enjoyable. Um, it's nice to kind of be occupied and, I'm just always ready to work whenever January comes around and the holidays kind of wrap up. So it's nice to be busy.
Nice to be busy, yeah, especially after the last few years that we had. So,
hmm
so Saturday night, Montreal. What would make a perfect show for you?
Oh my goodness. None of our stuff going wrong during the show would technically make a perfect show for me. But no, I mean, really, as long as I'm having fun and everybody out there is having fun, that's all that I really care about. We've played 4 shows now on this tour, and we've been prepping for it for months and months and months. It really is one of those things that I've practiced this set I don't know how many times. And it really is kind of, I know it like the back of my hand. And no matter how much prep work you do, until you get up there and start experiencing it in the environment of a show, you really don't know what you're getting into. So I think I've had a lot of nerves,
Oh, yeah.
more than usual. I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself with this show, and there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of big moments that I really want to translate for everybody to kind of like express the point of whatever that song is or that part of the show. So ideally, I can kind of shake some of those nerves and just get up there and do what I love, which is try to sing to the best of my ability, make sure everybody else is having fun, and just give them the best rock and roll show in a club that they have ever seen in their lives.
Okay. So your expectations are pretty high.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But so are ours. So I
Yeah.
think I was trying to think when it was the first time I saw Beartooth, and it was in Birmingham in the UK, which is where I was living at the time. And
hmm
it was at the small academy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a rowdy show, but you come a long way from there, and now you're playing like 2,000 capacity plus venues and
hmm
more. What are the highlights of the last like 10 years for you?
Oh my goodness. I mean, there are so many. I mean, Wembley Arena, we headlined there in early 2023 with our good friends in Motionless in White, and that was one of the most special shows that I might ever play in my life.
Yeah.
That was absolutely a highlight. I mean, that whole tour was a highlight. It was our biggest headline tour we've ever done in Europe, in the UK, and it was a sold out tour, and it was pretty amazing. Um, just still doing Beartooth a decade later, that's a massive highlight. And really, just putting out this record that we're currently promoting, The Surface. I think it is without a doubt the most important record that I've ever put out in my life, and I think it's gonna kind of define a distinct line in the sand for my career and my own life. And I feel very present during this kind of like period of life, which I haven't felt so present during some previous periods of the last decade. So that's a big highlight.
What is it about this album that makes it so special for you?
Well, it really is documenting a really distinct shift in my personal life, in my mental health, in my physical health, in my goals, in the way, what I view as happiness, and wanting to get the most out of every moment of life, which I kind of ignored for 28, 29 years. And this record is quite literally just documenting that in real time. And if you listen to this album in order, front to back, you kind of get to experience that in a weird way. I mean, if you don't know what's going on, then hopefully you just understand it's an album with its own flow and ups and downs. But if you really know the backstory behind it, I think it's a really interesting experience for sure, and a very unique album.
Are there any highlights from this album that you look forward to playing live, particularly?
Oh my goodness. Might Love Myself, you know, our which was our first number one on the radio, which was really exciting. And my current favorite song to play live. It just feels so empowering for everybody out there, and it's very empowering for myself, and for all of us on stage. We really enjoy it. That song, playing I Was Alive, has been really fun. Playing Doubt Me has been really fun. Playing all the new stuff. I mean, this is like the first time we're playing, I think, 4 of the new songs that we're playing live. And um, playing new stuff is just the best. When you're a decade into playing certain songs, it's nice to have something fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. Like at this point in your career, is it starting to get difficult to choose a set list?
Oh my goodness.
You got a lot of songs
Incredibly.
now.
Yeah. And we are very much of the belief as a band and, as performers, that we want to be playing the hits. We want to make sure that people get to hear those songs that they know and that they love. And, to be able to do that with some finesse, and to be able to give people certain songs that they may not expect while still giving them everything they want is so difficult. And we really don't want to be a band that plays an overly long show. We completely understand that a Beartooth show is very high energy. It's very intense. It's kind of sensory overload. It's loud. It's wild. I'm yelling at people to jump and get covered in sweat and blow their voice the entire time. So, to condense that into, 16 songs is very, very difficult. But we feel good about this one we got for this tour. Feel very good about it.
Yeah, 16 songs is still a good effort, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. We'll take it. But yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot of debate. We've played very long shows before. We've played shows that were too short. We think we got it right in the sweet spot right now.
So you kind of hinted that you have a new definition of happiness right now. Can you sum that up, what that definition is?
Yeah, sure. I can at least try. To me, happiness is going to bed knowing that I really gave effort that day to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. And more importantly, to accomplish something that will make me feel more like the person that I want to be at the end of my life, when I'm laying on my deathbed looking back over my whole life. When I'm laying there, I'm not going to be saying, oh, I wish I was more stressed out. I wish I worried more. I wish I overextended myself more. I wish I, did nothing more. Who knows? Like, all I will wish is that I did what made me the most fulfilled person possible. And what I've been learning lately is a lot of that takes discipline. And that discipline to me kind of brings the happiness. It is, maybe I don't feel like going to the gym and working out for an hour, but every single time that I go and I'm done, I never regret it. I only regret the times that I didn't. And that's the same with anything in life. It's the same with taking that chance, with talking to that person that you're scared to talk to, with, you know, saying this thing that you're struggling with to somebody that you're afraid to talk about. Whatever it may be, like those little leaps of faith and those little points of discipline that you can give yourself, they all compound into giving you this toolkit that makes it way easier to deal with the difficult parts of life. You know, for me, as many people know, I'm depressed, anxious, whatever. A lot of things that I've kind of been dealing with in my own journey and my mental health. And, you know, I'm totally okay with the fact that those things aren't ever just going to disappear. Like that's part of who I am, and that's okay. That's part of my chemical makeup and whatever. But if I'm doing nothing to give myself tools to deal with that in a healthy way and to give myself every opportunity to kind of be proud of how I handled those situations, then I'm selling myself short and I'm selling my ability to be happy short. So, yeah, I guess in summary, discipline can lead to happiness. You know, if that discipline is something to improve yourself and improve your view of yourself.
That is one of the best answers I've ever had to a question.
I'll take that. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
So thank you for that. I wish you continued happiness. And
Thank you.
thank you very much for your time. We look forward to seeing you on the weekend in Montreal.
Absolutely. Can't wait. Appreciate
All right.
it. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, man. You take care.